Okay, so let's see here. That should be working. All right, let's see here. There we go. Now we got some music to go with that. Since our... Alright. Let's see here. Alright, so, yep. So we're prepping for the Tomb of Annihilation game. Alright. So currently, our players are out in the jungle in the land of Chult. Currently exploring Nangalore, which is a, let's see, Nangalore is a very beautiful garden area that was built to honor one of the local queens of Chult. And apparently, while this was built for her, she was a very vain queen. She was also banished there after she ended up turning into a Medusa. So she was imprisoned at the garden. So the players have just gotten here last session, where let's see here. They explored the very beginning of this garden. Thanks to Speak to Animals, they avoided these alligators down here and were able to cross the water with no problems. However, they ran into some plants that attacked them, and they took care of the ones that they were attacked by anyway. So we are going to go ahead and prep some more of the stuff to see how or what they are going to run into. Oops, it decided to go back on me. All right. So if you have any questions, please shoot those out to me concerning D&D or concerning Adventure League or any of that, because this game is Adventure League legal. Yeah, so hopefully we can get some of this done today, and alright. Okay. So let's see here. So we are going to go over the list of things that they could run into. Alright. So this gives me the idea of what they're going to run into, as well as gives me a little bit of time to prep and make sure I know the story here. Alright. So let's see here. Alright, so they dealt with the entrance. They are currently within the terraces. Alright, so let's see here. Let's scoot this over a little bit so that we can kind of see the map a little bit better. Just for reference, I'm not doing it because I don't want to have two screens here, but you can pop out the descriptions by clicking on the little double window here, and it will pop it out into another actual window, and it makes it easier to be able to see. Hey Riz, no, this is part of the stuff that came with the Tomb of Annihilation module bought on Roll20. I do make some maps. I actually ended up making one for my Monday game. Yeah. I greatly appreciate that when the modules come with maps already made. Because that means that they already have the dynamic lighting and stuff too. So if I decide to do dynamic lighting, it already has those lines and stuff for me. But I'm not using, unfortunately, I'm not using dynamic lighting right now. I probably will in other instances, but right this moment, I'm not doing that. I'm doing Fog of War because that way I can show the map as my players get to it. Actually, I will show you the difference here. Let's see here. All right. Does it give me? They move stuff around, so sometimes I have to. Oh, there we go. So I can have it set so it's dark, and that shows you what the players can see versus what the Fog of War that's left. This is really cool if you're if you want, you can set it to be as dark as you want or even as light as you want. So that is showing it without really the Fog of War even on. That doesn't work for me because then I don't remember where I have shown my players and whatnot. So I like to keep it kind of in the middle where it shows the darkness, but there's okay, so that is true. You can do the removable roofs and layers. I actually had not learned about that until last October, when I ran a module for the Autumn RevelCon where I DM'd, and I was provided the game, and they had the removable roof, and that was just really cool. And actually, yeah, I could see where that would be a really awesome thing. What map program do you use? Yeah, I don't have. I've talked about this actually last prep. Okay. I've been using Dungeon Painter Studios. But yeah, I could see that would be super helpful. And there is certain instances where, yeah, I could see that. For me right now, it's not super big problem. But yeah. It's good. I like it. I have heard that ink is very similar. So it's kind of a preference thing. But to each their own. That's one of the first things that I had been suggested to me, was to do the Dungeon Painter Studio. So that's kind of where I ended up first. Let's see here. But that's very cool. Yeah, I had somebody ask within the last DM prep as to what I ended up using and stuff. And also the layering, if it was worth it to do the different layers or if it would be better to do move players to different maps. And one of the things that I had suggested was depends on the map. Like, there are times when it is just easier to move your players to a different page than it is to try to figure out how to do the layers and reveal them at that point. For multiple leveled stuff. I also had suggested, the putting multiple layers on the same map, which they do, some of the modules and stuff, they do that a lot. Alright, so that's cool though. Well, thanks for hanging out though. Just for reference, the Tomb of Annihilation stream is Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I have a great group of players that the one thing I can guarantee every session is that they are hilarious, and it will be a hilarious stream. Hi, buddy. You gonna come help me today? No? Okay, just kidding. I thought one of the boys was gonna come help me, but apparently not. My cats are definitely my DM assistants. They are my co-DMs. They like to help whenever I am running a game or prepping for something. They like to come and help. Thus the reason, and you see that their picture, the artwork for the channel is that way. That is cool. One of the things that with the map that was done for me and for the con was they had all of it was like a tent, and then so it had the tent roof, and then it had the regular tent layer on the map. One of the things that they did was it was all on the map layer, and you just went to the map layer, and when you wanted the tent roof removed, you just went to the map layer and clicked on it and sent it to the back. So then it was behind the regular map and not on your token layer, which was really cool because then you didn't have to worry about it being there. But that makes sense. Yeah, that I hadn't really thought about it that way. Of course not. Go for it. I appreciate any of that. I actually totally forgot to do that. Thank you for reminding me. I got started because I was running late, so I totally forgot to even post it onto the Discords. So thank you for that. All right. Let's see here. All right. Getting some DM prep. All right, for the Saturday game. You know, if I spell things right, it will probably be better. All right. All right. All right. I'm posting it within my own Discord, and I just put Saturday players not allowed. That was pretty funny. All right. Okay, let's see here. All right. Yeah. I just had to be very, very clear with my Saturday players. No, they're my players. They're awesome. Actually have one of them that apparently was hanging out and watching me play Spyro the other day, and he was laughing at me because I was playing Spyro. So, all right. So, honestly, there are certain things that I do. Like, I was doing DM prep for my one-shots on Monday. Alright. I actually should go ahead and post in your... Let's see. Because I'm actually a member of your Discord, I believe. I am. So I will go ahead and post in the promote your stuff one. Alright. There we go. Alright. Let's see here. And yeah, I was doing some prep for my Monday one shot, and I figure, if my players show up for that, that prep, my players are really good about not metagaming. So there is that. But I've also done prep that involves certain things that it wouldn't matter if they were in here or not, like doing the macros down here, or working on working on the macros, working on rollable table stuff and whatnot. I actually was working on this the other day, and I didn't get very far, so we might actually work on that too. So one of the really cool things about our Saturday stream is that now, don't get me wrong, Roll20 is awesome, and I love it, and I'm super excited to use it and whatnot. But Roll20 lately has been rolling a lot of natural ones for not only myself, but my players as well. So I actually have started a counter for during the games to keep track of how many natural ones we have rolled. And was it last week we rolled 8, but the week before we rolled 18 natural ones during the game. So we have started keeping track of it. Thanks, Tor. And thank you. That was the other thing I needed to do. So good job, Tor. I need to add Kate's Instagram to that. She finally sent me the Instagram link. All right. So we will do the Instagram link. I gotta find it first. Yes, our artwork has been provided by Kate. She is amazingly awesome, and so okay. My players, I really like having them roll on Roll20 because it puts it all up here within the chat. But also, it's just easier for me because then I know, what they're doing or whatever. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. But I do have a couple of players that are aware that I have told them that they can, if it gets really bad, like, they do have my permission to roll regular dice and then just tell me. But as of right now, it's just easier for me to have them all roll on stream on Roll20 because it's one of those things that it's just easier for us to all have it there. But I do have one player especially that it is we have the agreement that if it gets really bad that she can roll real dice. There we go. Bam! Now her link is there. So you can show her some love by going to her Instagram. Alright. Huh? Yes. Alright. Okay. So, yeah, Kate is actually one of the players for, my Saturday game. Yeah, it's just, for me, it's just makes, like, I know everybody really misses rolling real dice, and I do too, don't get me wrong. But it's easier because of the stream to, have them rolling, on the stream. So, yeah, it's just easier. we'll do a shout out for you here. See, make sure that works. All right, perfect. Make sure my shout outs work. By the way, that's fair. Well, okay, so you could, no worries. You could, in fact, well, do you use video for your players or no? Or are you the only one that's on camera? Because you could require them to have their dice on camera, but, I mean, it's just easier to have them do, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, if you're already all on camera, then that really doesn't work so good. I don't know. It's just easier for me to have them roll. Well, are you actually using just Roll20, or are your players having their character sheets on D&D Beyond?
It's also easier because it does all the math and shows it up, and you can go back and refer to it.
Yeah. The other thing is that it does make it easier to if you have them roll on Roll20. Oh. Well, look at you, all kinds of different ways for them to do it. So yeah, I would just require them to roll either on Roll20 or D&D Beyond. Or, yeah, even Discord, because you can then scroll back and see what they rolled. And also, if you use Roll20 or D&D Beyond, Beyond 20 link, it will do all the math for you. So, like, it will add all of the modifiers or whatever is needed to add or subtract if it's a negative number. So it already does all of that math for you. I actually was watching a stream of another DM, and I noticed that they were not using the Roll20 stuff. And they were struggling to, their players and them were struggling to figure out all the math that they needed to do or whatever. And it's so much easier to roll on Roll20, because then, well, actually, I will give you an example of that. So, you know, you can, if they really don't want to use the modifiers and stuff, you can roll it just a single D20. And it will roll it for you eventually when it's thinking about all of the things going on. And I'm gonna just go ahead and let's see here. I need to separate their guide out here. Let's see. We're gonna put her, since she is the one that they decided on. We're going to scroll up, and we're going to actually put her in their initiative. Oh, thank you.
Math on the spot under pressure, also hard.
Yeah, exactly. This is, so my wife is, my, let's see, my, what is the word I'm looking for here? Well, yes, but she is my my eyes and ears for the player side of things, and because I don't play, muse. Yes, she is my muse. That there's no doubt about that. But no, she is She's also the resident wizard and rogue and tabaxi. So if there's and gnome. So if there's ever any questions about tabaxis or gnomes or wizards or rogues or tabaxi rogues, which one of my players is, those questions go to Tor. But I would say that yeah, announce that change and see if it makes a difference. I would say maybe use it on your Wednesday table, because you said that Monday is kind of a community thing. They can, roll from wherever. I would put that change on your Wednesday table first. Hi, buddy. This is not for you. This is mine. I am rude and the worst, according to Dylan, because I'm not sharing the food that I have.
It's yogurt.
It's yogurt. You don't like yogurt. Also, you don't get yogurt. He doesn't care, and he left. He doesn't care that he's not supposed to get yogurt. Mm-hmm. Yes, I am the worst and an unreasonable mom. This is how it is. Okay, so by rolling from D20 or roll 20 or whatever, it rolls. Okay, so you can have it so that the damage is already rolled, and you can do that from your player's stats as well, or player's character sheets as well. So this one happens to be an NPC. Yeah, I would leave your Monday one at least. Well, I mean, even yeah, stick with your Wednesday one first. See how well it makes a difference on your end, and then go from there. So even if they don't want to do it from character sheets or whatever, they can roll just a regular D20, and if you have them roll from the actual advanced dice roller, they can add their modifiers right here. So it will roll it and add the modifiers. Or you can have them roll from their character sheets. Let's see here. Did this one ever get finished? It did. Alright, we're going to use this one. I think Kate might have made 2 versions of her Tabaxi Rogue and then decided on the one that she wanted. Because there's an urchin one in here. Or did you do that one? I don't remember.
How far did it go?
It's done. Level 1. I don't know. Anyways, from your character sheets, if they roll from these, it again will go ahead and just completely add their modifiers and everything, and you can see it just by hovering over it. This one I rolled really shitty, because I rolled a 3 on a D20. But the best part is that when you just click on the word short sword in the chat window, it automatically rolls your damage as well, which makes an awesome thing, especially in combat, because your players, depending on the situation and everything, depending on how oh yeah, exactly. So D&D Beyond does have the Beyond 20 link or thing, and so it will roll. They can roll from their D&D Beyond character sheets, and it will automatically put it into the Roll20 chat. It is, let's see, Beyond 20 extension. And that, yeah. It's a Chrome extension, or I believe it also works on Firefox. But it allows you to roll from your D&D Beyond character sheet directly into the Roll20 games. So that is an amazingly awesome thing. And since you are streaming those games, the Wednesday game, if all of your players are using D&D Beyond, there is on Twitch there is a D&D Beyond overlay, which will allow your watchers to be able to see information about the characters. I don't use D&D Beyond for my character sheets and stuff because I have all the things on Roll20, all the books and all of that. So the D&D Beyond overlay on Twitch is not going to help me, but it could, in your instance, be super helpful. On my Saturday game, I actually have where it says Dungeon Master Susan with the logo in right underneath chat, right underneath the Twitch chat window. I actually have that as a slideshow that has the player information on their own little cards, and so that it has their token picture as well as like their hit points and what level they are. That means that I end up having to change those every time they level up, but that is a choice that I made. The overlay for Twitch would allow you not have to do that, and your players, I believe from what I understand is that it links to their sheets, and then you, as a watcher, people can see what their hit points are as the combat goes. But for me, honestly, I just, no matter what, I would have them rolling on either D&D Beyond or Roll20. Just so that you have all of the rolls here in the Roll20 chat. This will allow you to be able to go back. It also allows you to see, what the modifiers are or the damage, is, and it's just easier. What you could do if you still wanted them to be able to roll some dice and not, get totally mad at you, is you could have them rolling. I mean, it might be a little more difficult, but you could have them rolling for real dice for checks and stuff, but then tell them, when it comes to combat, I want you to roll using D&D Beyond or Roll20. That way, the stuff that is coming from Roll20 is a little bit, you have a better chance of being able to control or watch or whatever. You don't. It's one thing if they fudge a little on checks, but there's not as much math for checks and saves or checks and stuff like that as there is during combat. And depending on the module and stuff, that might make a big difference. So, to be perfectly honest, yeah, I would have them just go ahead and roll from those things. Alright, so with that being said, also if they have, if it's a rogue or whatever, or if they have any kit proficiencies, like, disguise kit, healers, well, not healers kit, but whatever, they can also actually roll from that as well, which is really cool. I hit the wrong button. Alright, yeah, I would suggest making that announcement to your Wednesday players. That way, it's just be like, hey, I want to try this. I want to see how this is going to work. And go from there. Exactly. I agree. And this will allow that not to be, for you not to kind of feel that way. You won't doubt, that. And honestly, sometimes I feel like my players don't necessarily believe me too. Yeah. Um, so it's really cool that you're able to do that. Yeah. But there's times when I think that my players think that I fudge rolls too, which I don't. But that also allows me to get I roll on Roll20 as well. So as a DM, it's just easier for me. I mean, as it is, math is hard. But this way, we don't have to worry so much about doing all of the math. Prior to the pandemic, I was working with my local game store and running kids D&D tables. And at one point, so my wife used to be in there while I was running the games, like she would be painting minis in the corner or whatever, just to kind of give another set of adult eyes within the room, because our game store has like individual game rooms, and I always had one because of the kids' tables with, making sure that there was, because sometimes cursing can happen at the adult tables. That's true. That's true. But so at one point, one of the kids turned to my wife while I think I had stepped away to go to the bathroom or something, and they told her that I'm better than a teacher because I don't make them do math or whatever. And she turned to him and she's like, "You do realize she's teaching you math, right?" And they're like, "Huh?" It's like, every time you add things or whatever, she's teaching you math. And they're like, "Oh, well, she's still better than a teacher." So it was pretty funny. All right. Let's see here. There we go. There's my music again. Trying to get some kind of upbeat music today. But yeah, so apparently I'm better than a teacher because I don't make them do math, which doesn't really work, especially when we were in person, because they had to do math. Yeah, I actually still run a kids table online. We transitioned to online gaming with the game store, and I have been running the games for the kids online as well. I have one game that runs on Monday mornings, well, at noon on Mondays. It's my morning, that counts, right? And it has 3 to 4 young guys that I run for, and yeah, they're also in the same boat you are. They're pretty sure I don't fudge rolls because they tend to die. Actually, my kids' table dies more than my adult tables do. I blame that because the kids are more inclined to play D&D like a video game, where they don't think about their choices before they just head full force in to attack the whatever it is. Yeah. Exactly. They do just want to. They kind of think about it along the lines of a video game, in that, oh, well, we'll just respawn. And I'm like, that's not how this game works, guys. Okay, but I have. I don't know. They're funny. Thankfully, they're enjoying making new characters because they make new characters a lot. But yeah, it's kind of hard because, like, I want to sus, dun dun dun. Hey Sass, I was playing Spyro the other day, and Tori kept making using that sound every time I died. It was really funny. But yeah, it's going okay. How are you doing, Sass? I'm working on some DM prep and some questions and stuff. Trying to prep for my Tomb of Annihilation game that's this Saturday. Trying to kind of figure out what I want to have visible for them and what I don't. I'm thinking I might. I mean, some of the stuff it's got to be visible. If the stairs and everything, like, it's got to be visible. So we're gonna go ahead and undo these, because otherwise it doesn't make sense why the map is drawn the way it is. But yeah, it is a day. Well, at least you're home, so that's good. I'm glad you made it home. Yeah, I kind of got a late start today, but it's all good. I've got a little bit of time before my Friday night game. So I like I said, I am a professional dungeon master. I run D&D games multiple times a week. Only one of them is actually on stream, as it's kind of my test run to do that. And so that is our Saturday game, is the stream that is online, Tomb of Annihilation. And, alright. But I also run games. Monday nights is my one-shot night. They are currently actually within Chult as well. I'm running Adventurers League, which is what I'm running, does one-shots that come out in coordination with every book adventure that they put out. So Mondays I am running the one-shots that came out with the Tomb of Annihilation stuff. So that's kind of cool. Some of my players from Saturdays are actually within that Monday game, with the idea that it's okay because then they will have backup characters for when their Saturday game peoples die, which is really funny. They kind of want it to be prep or prepared for if they're gonna die, which they're in Schultz, so there is the very good chance. Hey, Sir Holden, how you doing? But yeah, so I do one-shots on Mondays. Currently they are tier 2, as they have made it that far with their characters. And then I run a Storm King's Thunder game on Tuesdays, which they are currently they are currently high tier 2, and almost done with that book adventure actually. And they let's see here. They have they're almost done with that one. And then Wednesdays I have been taking Wednesdays and enjoying a little bit of time off, but looking actually to possibly get a tier 1 one-shots thing going on Wednesdays. And then Thursdays I have off because that is the Critical Role day. Lately I've been kind of trying to do some DM prep, not necessarily on stream, but occasionally on stream on Thursdays. It didn't happen this week because I was sleeping, but I have been doing that on Thursdays, and then Fridays I have a Tyranny of Dragons game that I am running off stream, of course. And they are currently low tier 3, some of them, and high tier 2 for the rest of the players. And they are currently within the Rise of Tiamat section of Tyranny of Dragons, which is really cool. We're having a blast with that. Actually, my wife plays in that game, and it's really funny because randomly this week she keeps going, "Oh shit, we're supposed to plan how we're going to survive," and I'm like, "Mm-hmm." And she goes, "This is not helpful," and I went, "Mm-hmm." So we shall see if they survive tonight, because they have an encounter possibly with a dragon. Go figure, it's Tyranny of Dragons that they would have an encounter with a dragon. But we shall see if they survive. And then Saturdays I have, of course, the Tyranny of Dragons game here on Twitch. And then Sundays is kind of another day off kind of day. Sometimes I will stream or do some prep or play some video games or just, spend some quality time with my wife. It just kind of depends. But I know all of you are currently followers, which I greatly appreciate. So you can kind of see whenever I am on stream, and can come and hang out. So, yeah. So there may be openings if people do want to join the DMS Adventures Tavern to possibly jump into a game. Let's see here. Let's get the link for that. If you so desire to join our Discord channel, that is the link. All right. Let's see here. Okay. And, let's see here. And let's actually, you know what? We had it open earlier. Let's go ahead and put that into a command. Let's go ahead and do that. That's going to make it easier. So yeah, if you would like to join the Discord channel, it's DMS Adventurers Tavern. Okay. Alright, so let's see here. Okay. Alright. Okay, so that is the Discord channel for DMS Adventures channel. I hope that, I am always extremely busy, to be perfectly honest. It's one of those things. I am... Welcome to the server, Sass. I appreciate it. So just please, read the code of conduct, and yeah, you will okay. You will see that as a professional dungeon master, I do, and this is one of those things, I do charge for my games as professional dungeon master that I am. But it is $10 per session. That does include, of course, the game itself, but it does allow me to be able to provide not only the books and resources and maps and whatever, but it also allows me to up my game a little bit as we go, which is what I've been doing. That is why we're now on Twitch, and YouTube, actually. I have, learned, I've been able to spend the time that maybe I wouldn't have had prior to be able to learn more as we go and be able to make life easier for my players as game-wise as it goes, because it allows me to put my time back into the games and into making life easier for myself as well as for my players. It also lets me be able to, be able to eat and stuff, which, of course, we joked that there for a while. Originally, the thought was to do, the paid games was so that I could afford better internet, which that is one of the things that does come out of the payment. So, but it is, like I said, $10 per session, and that depending on if you're in modules, if you are on a book adventure or whatever, that allows you to be able to just come, have a good time, know what you're expecting, and if you have not been able to see the Tomb of Annihilation stream here on Twitch, please go ahead and watch one of the past episodes. That way you can get an idea of how I am as a dungeon master, and it allows you to be able to see if you feel like that would be a worthy thing. Tor, it just said that you... Huh? That is weird. I don't know why it did that. It says that you just banned him. Okay, it's okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Alright. That's really weird. Hold on. Okay. That's alright. Well, we're gonna get it figured out right now. Okay, apparently... okay. That was really weird. Okay. Alright. That's really weird. I'm working on it, yeah. That's really weird. There we go. Alright, I don't know why, Riz, that decided it needed to accidentally ban you. I am very sorry for that. Apparently, so Tor's phone just rang, and apparently Twitch was still up when it rang, and it decided to push buttons while she was on the phone. Alright. So, okay. Alright. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Let's go with this one, actually.
If you're referring to the incident with the dragon, I was barely involved.
That dragon incident? I was not involved at that. No. Alright. Let's see here. Hi to anybody who has just joined us. We are at, getting some prep in, answering some questions, and just having a good time. I hope that you are enjoying our time here. Okay. So welcome to DMS Adventures Tavern. Currently, I am prepping for our Tomb of Annihilation game, which is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Alright. Let's see here. You know what? Let's actually... I have an idea. For those of you who are in chat, we are going to work on something that I had suggested and I kind of want to put into effect here. We're going to do crit fails table. And we're just going to do crit fails table here. What I want to do is I want to, since our players and myself, don't get me wrong, I'm doing it as well too, we have had some extremely bad luck when it comes to our dice and rolling natural ones. So we're going to work on a crit table. Now, this being Adventure League legal, we don't really use a whole lot of crit fails or crit successes table-wise. That's just not something that that is a Adventure League legal thing. But because our dice have not been cooperating, I kind of want to do a table of crit fail stuff that doesn't necessarily affect the story so much as just makes it be a little bit more funny. So one of them, of course, is, you slipped and you have to make a successful DC 10 dex save or immediately fall prone. Now, this is something that is, not necessarily a bad thing. It can definitely affect something, but let's see here. So let's see. We'll put dropped weapon. Let's see here. You dropped your weapon, and let's see, how do I want to do this? You dropped your weapon and it fell 5 feet away. So this may or may not mean that they have to move 5 feet in order to get their weapon back. That is not spelled correctly. There we go. Let's see here. What else we got? If you have any ideas of things that could be a great way for this, a really funny way for something to have happened, please feel free to put them into chat, and we will see what kind of problems or fiascos rolling a natural one could have on our adventurers. Let's see. Let's go dirt in your eyes. Or no, sun in your eyes, so. Let's see, do we want to do light in your eyes? Yeah, light in your eyes. Let's see, light in your eyes. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Let's do that one. That's a good one. Hey, Evil Andy. Okay, stubbed your toe. Okay, so stubbed your toe. You didn't see that rock in your path. And stubbed your toe. Okay. Take 1 point of damage. That works. Alright. I like that one. That one's good. And that's the thing. I don't want to do anything that would do more than 1 point of damage. It's just, it's more of a RP thing than an actual, like, thing that could do, that is true. Yeah. Sorry, I have very, very high set, stuff. Yeah, if you stub, dude, I am there. So my grandma had a brick patio in the back of their house. No, it was the uh, well, actually, yeah, it was beefy. Yeah. Yeah, I have it. I have it set where it's gonna. There's certain words that that it makes it so that we have to approve the things because we want it to be a very safe place here. Yeah, we want to make sure that this channel is very safe, both for our players and for those who are in the chat. Yeah, exactly. Don't get me wrong, we have a mature setting on this channel, but that's because, I mean, I'm gonna curse every once in a while, especially while playing video games. Okay, so let's see, what else can we do here? Let's do, there is a light in your eyes. Momentarily blinded. Till the start of your next turn. I like that one. That one's good. All right. Oh, I forgot to do the 5. So in making a table here on Roll20, the weight of the table is how many times you want this to be able to show up as an option. So for me, I am trying. If you only had a couple of things on your list, you could have, like, if you did. Well, right now it's there is 4 things on this list. I could be like, roll a d4, and these are, one of the 4 things that will happen. If I was to roll on the table, actually go over to the table and roll on it, there is 4 things that will have a chance of happening. If I wanted to, I could make it so, the stubbed your toe only happens 1 time, and the rest of them, happen 5 times, or whatever. That means that on the average, stub your toe will not come up as an option as many times as the other 3. I personally am trying for the D100 aspect, because that would be what traditionally you would roll for this situation. So I'm putting them all at 5 times. That way we only have to worry about making about 20 of them. If I would like certain ones to come up more often, I could put that at a higher chance. And I have done that on some other things, and I might actually go back once we've gotten, approximately 20 choices and make some of them come up a little more often than others. All right. Let's see. What else do we want to add here? Let's see here. So we've got slipped, dropped your weapon, stubbed your toe. There's a light in your eyes. You were distracted. You are distracted. Your party member did a really cool, maneuver. Really cool attack. And so you were not paying attention to, for your attack. And we're gonna put that one. I mean, it doesn't do any damage. You were distracted. It just kind of gives an idea for them to be able to role play off of. Oh, that's a good one. Let's see, Streaker. Yeah, but this we're gonna, let's see here. Yeah, but that's a good one. We'll throw that out. That's good. Was that just a naked orc that ran by? That's a good one. That's a good one. We'll put that up there. That's a good one. That's true. It could. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Now you wanna wash. Let's do this. Wash your eyes out with soap. We'll just do that. It's funny. Oh, actually, yeah. Okay. Hey, Rogue. Oh, wow, congratulations. Okay, so I would say have fun no matter what. You're gonna just have a blast, because first and foremost, the most important thing is to have fun. What are you running? Are you running a homebrew thing? Are you running a module? Are you running a campaign? What are you running, Rogue? Miss your next turn trying to repress that memory. I like that. That was good. Okay. Rogue, I would say that also your best bet is to just go with it. I'm glad you're here, Sass. I am so glad you're here. Let's see, Rogue. Let's see. Let's go. So there is a lot of advice that I would give you. I'm gonna actually go to this random battle map right now, just to kind of give Rogue a little bit of tips and tricks here. Let's see. Rogue, I am actually going to be doing, and I've been doing it kind of periodically, in my DM prep stuff, I'm going to do a walkthrough of things that are super helpful. Yeah, tip 1 is relax and have. I'm not going to say relax because it is stressful as a DM, but have fun, and it is just a game. Okay, so on this toolbar over here, I usually leave it snap to center because you are going to be going from the center of your whatever square you're in to the center of the next square. As a DM, if you can put hide from others, you can measure stuff and they cannot see it. If you leave show to others, everybody can see what you're measuring. Now, and this is one of those tips and tricks things, your players can also put hide from others, and that will allow it to be hidden from other players, but you will still see it. You can use this measuring tool to measure out, your distances or whatever. While dragging this tool, if you hit the left mouse button, it will put a point and the measurement so that you can be able to measure out and see how long or how far you can go. This will put a turning point every time you click the left mouse button. Now, that is awesome. If you hit shift while you're still doing this, that measurement will stay there once you let go of the mouse. Oh, wait. Are you running or are you playing? Okay. Got it. All right, so measurement tools. Measurement tools is awesome. So yeah, while you're dragging the measurement tool thing, if you hit the left mouse button, it will give you a turning point. If you hit shift while that's going on, or you hold down shift as you let go, it will stay there until you click again. Okay. Now, as a player, as a DM too, but as a player, if you pick up your token and you are dragging it around, if you hit the left mouse button for that, it will give you a yellow arrow. Now, this yellow arrow is not visible to anyone until you let go. So that means that you can measure out how far you're going to move. So say this person is right here. They want to go 30 feet that way, and the left mouse button works again to do the turning point. They want to go 30 feet that way, and then they want to go to there. Okay. Now, if you're doing that as a player, as soon as you let go of your mouse, your token will actually physically move along that yellow line and get to that point. So all of the other players will see, and DM will see, your token literally go doot 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 to wherever your yellow line moved. This is extremely helpful as a DM anyway, to know exactly how far or how that person came around that obstacle. So, say you have a bad guy that is, right here. And your player wants to get over to this side instead, right? With that yellow line, you can see how they got there. So you can see if they came into the melee range of that bad guy, which this one currently will, as they moved over there, or if they went around it and avoided the melee range. So that is super cool. The other things, this D20 down here on the thing is your dice roller. You can do just the, one or multiple of the dice. If you click on the D20, it will bring up the advanced roller, which will allow you to do, add modifiers or whatever. it also keeps your last 10 rolls. So if you notice that you keep rolling the same thing and you need to just keep re-rolling it, you don't want to have to add the modifier every time, you can do that. Let's see here. This allows you to do text or lines or freehand or draw shapes onto the map itself. As a DM, it's really cool because your players can do that, and then you can clear all of them with 2 clicks of a button. Let's see here. You can zoom in to a specific number if you want to. The measurement tool also will show you the arrow within whatever color that you have set to your name down here. So your best bet is to make sure that you are not the same color as everybody else. If you click on the color itself, it will bring up a little menu, which will allow you to choose a color. The other thing, and like this is most important, honestly, is go over, when you first sign into the game, go over to the settings over here and scroll down till you find the thing that says player video / avatar size. You're going to want to put that to names only. And depending on if you are using if you're using video within Roll20, you will not want to do that. But if you are not using that, you want to set it to names only. Because as it usually is it has a picture, whatever your avatar is, on your Roll20 account will be right there. Large makes it a little bit bigger. No, you're good. You're good. My day's been okay. This is fun. I love being able to teach people how to do this. So that is a perfect question. On the player video size, though, if you do names only, it will, and this is where the important part is, it allows you to have more of the map available to see. Because if you have, the map up and there's this person over here, and if you have regular up, you're not going to be able to see that person on your map. And you're going to have to keep moving this map around or whatever. But if you have it names only, it allows you to be able to see more of the map. If you are not using Roll20 audio or video, you're going to want to go down to disable, so nothing and nothing down here. And then, important, hit the reconnect button, because that will allow those things to take effect. I've been running on Roll20 since September 2019, and every time we do like a one-shot or whatever, that is like the first thing I say once we get, everybody in, is make sure you go and you set it to names only for your avatars and broadcast and receive nothing, because we don't use the sounds or video within Roll20, and by setting it to nothing, that is going to allow it to load better. That is one of the reasons that we actually don't use it for my games, is because it will make it easier to, because Roll20, alright, perfectly honest, sometimes Roll20 can be a pain in the ass, but 98% of the time it is fine, and it's only getting better as it goes because they keep working to improve it. That being said, one thing that we have learned from the whole COVID thing is there is now a shitload of people that are playing games online. And that means that at any given time, even in the middle of the night your time, there are a bunch of people who are using Roll20. So I don't know how big their servers are, but I would say they're pretty freaking huge, because you gotta figure they are running a lot of games all at the same time. So the more that we as DMs or as players or whatever can make it so that that is easier on the servers, the better. That allows things to load faster. That allows things to be easier to use. Also, it allows it to be easier on your personal computer as it is, because each thing that you have to load takes up, energy from your own computer. So it is better that we can, have less things load. As a DM, one of my suggestions that I gave to Andy, so you see here that I have 49 things archived. The more things that you have archived, the less things have to load. So if you go to the page and you do archive page, it means there are less things that have to load on start. Those are all the bad guys. I don't need that open right now. So we will archive that page. I just wanted to make sure what it was first. And that means that there are less pages that have to load as we bring up stuff. Alright, let's see, what else? Trying to remember what I usually go over. Rogue, have you have your character sheets and everything situated for your character? Right? Okay, this is my use for example page. If you go to edit, even this shows it from a DM standpoint, but even from a player standpoint, you are able to upload an avatar. This is something that you as a player can do. You can change, you can whatever. If the DM has a token for you already, you can change your avatar as your player goes. You don't have to have macros. You don't have to. You can, but you don't have to. If you want to do macros for your character to make your life easier, all you have to do is on your actual character sheet, you go to abilities and you can put stuff in here. That is... Okay, so you can have certain macros be available just to you. So what you can do, I know that your game is going to start shortly, so maybe this might be something that you do later. If you click on your attack or your save or whatever you want to do in chat, and then you hit the up arrow, it will bring up the what's the word I'm looking for here? It is pretty much the coding for that attack. So what you can do is you copy that text, you go in here, you click and paste that code in here, and we're going to put short sword. Alright. And we click the little OK thing. You can put it in your macro bar, or you can put it as a token action. Okay? So, token actions, let's move this. I have these other macros set as a token action. So what that means is anytime that you click on a token, these things will come up. Now, if we had... I hit the wrong button again. I got a new mouse and I haven't set all the buttons yet, and one of them is the go back button. And I keep forgetting that that's the go back button. And I accidentally hit it. I really need to set this all up because I'm slacking. Okay, so if you set it as a token action for your specific character, what that means is that your that action will only pop up on your screen whenever you click on your actual token. That's what I'm here for, Rogue. That's what I'm here for. So let's see. Let's go grab a token. Doesn't really matter what token I grab. So let's grab a hero token. Let's go find a rogue hero token. I have this set of tokens that is really cool. They are non-gender, non-race specific. They are totally class specific. So that if you have some specific, characters or whatever, but you don't necessarily want to have them be, the race specific, you can do that. I use it mainly for my kids. I did it specifically for let's see here. For my, what's the word I'm looking for here? I did it for specifically so that my my players could have, tokens without having to go and make a big old deal about it. Alright, so if you click on the token that is set for your character, you will see now that short sword is an option. Well, if I was to click on short sword, it will roll that short sword with your proficiency and everything, just like we did before. Okay, so that is an option if you want. One of the big things is when you roll your attack, if you have, the weapon or whatever, if you want to roll the damage for it, you just click on the word that is the weapon or whatever in the actual chat window, and it will roll your damage. If you don't want to have to go over here, go to your journal, find your character sheet or whatever, if you hold down shift and you double click on your token, it will bring up your character sheet. And then you can go to your character sheet here. And let's see. One of the other things, if you go on your character sheet, Rogue, are they doing the character sheets in Roll20, or are you using the D&D Beyond, the Beyond 20 link? Because if you're using Roll20, if you go to the settings page, you can set advantage toggle and whisper toggle, which will mean that if you want to roll advantage, you just click on the advantage button up here or disadvantage button, and it will do it automatically for you. If the DM says, hey, I want you to roll me a thing, but I want you to whisper roll me a thing, such as I want you to whisper roll a stealth check. If you click on the whisper roll, or the to 2GM instead of public, it will roll your whatever it is only to the DM or GM, as the case may be. So I would suggest that you definitely do that. Gonna go out on a limb. What class of character are you using? Are you actually a rogue? Because I know people who are rogues in real life that don't play rogues, but also rogues that only play rogues. So, you're a ranger. Okay. Alright. That's weird that it decided to do that. Okay. So that means that you have spells. Okay. Well, or you will eventually. I don't know what level you are currently playing. So, okay. One of the things that is really cool, depending on who is running it, they may or may not have an API that keeps track of your spell slots. Okay, so you're all level 1. So you do not have spells yet. Okay. You will not... Rangers do not have cantrips. But you do have spells. eventually. I think it's at level 2 that you get spells. So the first slots right here number is the total slots that you have to be able to cast spells. The second one is how many spell slots you have remaining from those spells. So you will have to actually change these because unless they have a certain API set, you have to keep track of them. I specifically, it's okay. It's okay. So I have an API that I use that keeps track of the spell slots. But each DM to themselves. I don't remember, and I don't think. Let's see here. Let's go look it up. All right. Let's actually go find out how many you get. All right. Yeah. You don't know any spells right now, but you will know 2 next level. Okay. So let's see. Let's go look at your spells down here. Okay. Okay. So you know 2 spells of your choice. Okay. I don't know. It's okay. Yes, I did. Alright, so wisdom is your spellcasting modifier. I really, really hope that you have a fairly high wisdom as your player, because that is very important. You will find, once you level up and you get spells, that you will see on the spell sheet that your spell save DC is here and your attack bonus is here. Depending on what spells you get, you will notice that if it is a attack or whatever, that will be added to your attacks and spellcasting section. If it has an attack or a saving throw, I believe. So there is times where you won't have to go to that spell page, but if they don't keep track of your spell slots, you may still have to do that. Go over here and keep track of them for yourself. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's you putting in things. Let's see here. No worries, Rogue. Shoot me a message if you have any other questions. And yeah. You can catch me on Discord. And you can always come and ask me questions. So yeah, feel free and good luck. Don't die. Remember you're squishy. Remember you're a ranger, so maybe don't go running in unless you're a melee ranger. So, all right. Yeah. I'm gonna send them a private message, so it's okay. All right. Let's see. You know what? Actually, there is one thing that I wanted to do on each of my players' sheets. And that was let's see here. Or actually not yet. Okay. All right, let's get back to the rollable table here. Crit fail table. All right. Hey Sass, you got any more really cool crit fail options here? You do? What is your thing?
Super violet sneeze.
Okay.
Or hiccups.
Hiccups. Yes.
Thing happened to me.
It's HICCUP, right?
I have no
I think. Yep, it didn't give me weird little lines.
idea.
No, hiccups. You are affected
For a D4 amount of time.
for
12 amount of time. That's how long I'm affected.
1d6. No, let's see, 1d4 rounds. Okay, 1d4 rounds. Now you wait. What do you wait? What are you waiting for, Sir Holden? This is gonna be so. This crit table is okay. You have to understand, if you've been watching our Tomb of Annihilation stream on Saturdays, you will know that my players, as well as myself, tend to have really good luck when it comes to rolling natural ones. 2 weeks ago, they rolled 18 of them in one session. So, I kind of want to do a table of things that could be the reason why they end up rolling natural ones. Hey, Tor, is the hiccups disadvantage on things?
Con checks.
Disadvantage on con checks?
I mean,
Yeah.
they sure as hell distract me.
Advantage. Yeah. Advantage on con checks and saves? Checks and saves. Alright, that'll work. Alright, so okay. Let's see. So I like the hiccups thing though. That's pretty funny. You need to sneeze. Let's see. Disadvantage on perception checks for 1d4 rounds. That'll work. Because I don't know about you guys, but every time I have to sneeze, I'm not paying attention to the other things. But I don't want it to, any of these items on this crit fail table to be more than 1 point of damage, if that. Mainly it is just to kind of give my players a little bit of things to use as roleplay reasons why they have rolled a natural one. So far we have slipped, dropped a weapon, stubbed your toe, there's light in your eyes, you are distracted, streaker, hiccups, and you need to sneeze. Let's see. What else could we use here? I don't know. Anybody else have another idea? Let's see here. Let's see. Kind of along the lines of the streaker concept. We're gonna do let's see. Let's see. Let's do Dr. Dillon. Was that just a black cat with a doctor's case? That ran by. No, I won't do. actually, no, with a... because he gives out health potions. So, was that just a cat with health potions? With a health potion running by? Yeah, that works. Yeah, it doesn't have to do damage. It doesn't even have to have an effect. It's just distraction. Okay. I got a good one. Let's see. So this is actually going to be a benefit. You are... let's see here. You are booped on the nose by a gray tuxedo. Let's see. Oh, wait. Gray and white. Oh, no. You are booped on the nose by Ashy. And he says, do better next time. You gain advantage on your next roll. So do better next time, or let's see, you can do better next time. There we go. So that is a good thing that comes from a crit fail. We'll actually put that. We'll put it in here. Was that just Dr. Dillon? With a health potion that ran by? That works. So you will notice with, so Dillon is our black cat. And if you look at the platinum points at the bottom of chat, you will see that Dr. Dillon has health potions that are available for purchase for my players. We have Ashy Advantage, which allows you to have advantage on all D20 rolls, including death saves, so that is super important. And then we have Catspiration. So that at least kind of gives an idea. Okay. What else? Anybody else got an idea for another effect from the crit fail? So we've got a couple that are, do betters. So we've got a couple that are going to be. Well, actually, we're gonna go 10 for that. We want that one to come up a little more often. Let's see, what's another one? Kind of thinking along the lines of not just combat, but perception checks and stealth checks and survival checks. What else? What else could we have? We could have, let's see. They're in the jungle of Cholt. There's dinosaurs. There's, tabaxis. There's Paterafolk. There's, let's go Dino Roar. Was that the roar of a T-Rex? Use your... Let's see here. As a reaction, move your full speed away from the sound. So that's as a reaction. So that doesn't not counting their movement during their turn, but that potentially, actually, you know what? We'll do does. Do we want to do it? Does invoke? Invoke? No. It does provoke attacks of opportunity. Yeah, it does. Attacks. Of opportunity. Okay. So it does provoke attacks of opportunity. Okay, so that's a good one. How many? That's 5. Okay. What else here? I don't know. This is just it's fun. I do want to eventually do one that is crit success table. So that'll be cool. Okay, so let's see here. What else? So what would be an outcome if they failed a perception check or a survival check within the jungles of Cholt? Let's see here. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Okay, how about, trip over a vine? Sure. You are knocked prone. As you trip over a vine, a cluster of vines, actually, of vines in the path. Wait. That'll work. Okay. Let's see here. If anybody has any ideas, please put them into chat, because I appreciate that. And trying to, kind of make this be just a fun table to not really making anything be super difficult. Let's see, what else? Let's see. You, see. They warned. Okay, so let's do bugs. They warned you that the bugs were bad in the jungle but you forgot to apply bug spray. This morning. So you are, so that means that if that becomes an issue, if bugs become an issue, they did not apply bug spray in the morning. That was a big thing that they made sure and bought within Port Nanzaroo, so that sounds like a great idea. Okay, let's see, what else? Let's see here. One of the players is specifically carrying a lot of alcohol. So,
Rusty armor.
rusty armor?
It starts squeaking because of the humidity.
Okay. Okay. Your armor has started to squeak.
Or just shake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. It's so hot within the jungle that your armor is starting to chafe. You, if wearing heavy armor, or wait, actually, you feel like you need to take it off for 1d6 hours. That works. So if they come into contact with anybody in 1d6 hours, that could be a problem. Alright.
If you take off your armor, there's more room for the bugs to bite.
That is true. Okay.
Being too mean.
No, that is perfectly reasonable thing. If they take off their armor, that is more incentive areas for the bugs to bite them. Okay. Let's see here. Alright. Let's see. What else? Let's see. Okay. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna wait a little bit on that one. We've got our new items on there. I'm actually gonna make, kind of using that same idea, we're gonna make a table for our player that is carrying all of the alcohol. She said that she kind of wants to play along the lines of what Scanlan did, or not Scanlan, Not did by being drunk. So we are going to do a Dr. Ink's drunk table. But we're gonna, instead of necessarily having only, disadvantage on whatever's, we're gonna give her the option of, the rolling the table to find out what she is doing. We'll go slightly drunk. Actually, no, we're gonna start with sober. Everything is totally fine. And we're gonna do 10 on that one. Well, actually, we'll do that one coming up 20 times. So that's good.
It's a lot of extra rolling.
Well, it's just
Or is she never sober?
she's never sober. So pretty much what this means is this is going to be a table for her to roll every time she says, I take a drink of before I start this. So it's going to be like,
The totally sober table is...
well, so we have Dr. Ink's drunk table, and I'm going to make it be it's a D100 to roll off of it. Well, actually, let's actually not say sober. Everything is totally fine. Okay, so then we've got, let's see here. We've got, let's see, we've got buzzed. Things are starting to, or actually, do you hear that buzzing sound? Let's see here. Things are starting to get blurry. Okay. Jeez, let's see here. You are having trouble. Wait. Here we go. Walking in a straight line is overrated. So this is stuff that, a lot of it is just stuff that will give her the opportunity to role play off of it. Okay. Oh, I got one. Here we go. I'm not drunk.
I'm not drunk, I'm drink.
You're drunk. I'm not drunk, you're drunk. Just call me.
I know exactly who this is.
Just call me drink. And where you lost.
I was drunk, I was ordered.
Yeah. I took the period out between and put the words together. But I capitalized the I, so it still reads drink. But okay. Let's see here. Let's see. You wanna arm wrestle the next NPC you see, which is very common. She is totally doing that. All right. Let's see here. Actually, and won't take no for an answer. There we go. Okay. Let's see, what else? What else? Okay, so everything is totally fine. Do you hear that buzzing sound? Things are starting to get blurry. Walking in a straight line is overrated. I'm not drunk, you're drunk. Just call me Drink. You want to arm wrestle the next NPC you see and won't take no for an answer. Let's see here. You are super stealthy. No, wait. You, not are. You believe you are super stealthy? So, roll with disadvantage. I mean, she is a rogue, so this is still totally a thing. But it leads us to possible more nat ones, which is awesome. Okay. Let's see, what else? Walk a straight line. What is the other, let's see, there are, let's see, there are, let's see, there are tests if someone is drunk.
Next time you do a big exhale, several bugs, just drop it.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Trying to prove you are not drunk. You attempt to stand on one leg. Must succeed in a, is it acrobatics check? Acrobatics check. Check DC. Let's go DC 15 because, well, yeah, that works. On one leg for 30 seconds. That one's a good one. We're going to keep that one. Okay. So trying to prove that you're not drunk, you attempt to stand on one leg for 30 seconds. Must succeed in an acrobatics check DC 15. Let's see here. Trying to kind of go with like field sobriety test kind of concept. Let's see. Okay. let's see here. Alright, let's see. Let's go with... Now I'm just trying to figure out stuff. This is, you know. Okay. So, let's see. I'm trying to think of things that would necessarily not be combat, because this is more along the lines of while they're, you know, doing survival checks, they're doing, you know, traveling or whatever, not necessarily while in combat. Let's see. So let's go. Things are starting to get blurry. Is disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Okay. Do you hear that buzzing sound? Disadvantage on perception checks that rely on hearing. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. On all stealth. On next stealth check. Stealth check. Alright. Let's see here. If anybody has any other questions, by the way, about Roll20, about D&D, about Adventures League, whatever, just let me know. Huh? Character creation, yeah. I will try to do any Tomb of Annihilation ones. This is my first run through as well, so there's that. Let's see here. I think this is a really good start, though. I think this would be pretty funny. So, so overrated. Let's see, what else? Let's start. Okay, so we have. What are other things that? Let's see. Okay, so she's from Cholt, so, let's go. Memories are fuzzy. So that is disadvantage on history checks. Okay. All right. So, all right. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Let's go, disadvantage on intimidation. Actually, persuasion checks. Persuasion checks. So the I'm not drunk, you're drunk is disadvantage on persuasion checks. Because she's trying to persuade somebody that she's not drunk. That works for me. Alright, I think this is a really good start on this. Let's see, so this is 10. This one should be 5. That one's 5. That one's 5. Okay. 5. 5. 5. 5 10. And 5. So 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay. Alright. If we do... I need... Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna see. You can call me Dr. Hank. Let's go. Let's go 10 on that. Alright, so currently, yeah, I like that. Okay. Alright, we're gonna save those for right now. That gives us, there's 10 things on there, but it gives us like 60 options. Huh, I rolled one and it's totally, everything's totally fine. Totally fine. Alright, that works. Okay. Alright, yeah, that's perfect. I like that. Okay. And then back to this crit fail table. That one has 15 items. Oh, that's a good idea. You should do that too. Coffee is gone. Alright. Because I kind of totally forgot. Are you going to stretch too? Are you going to stretch with me?
I'll do it. Calm down.
Thank you. Alright. Let's see.
I'm doing it,
Okay.
okay?
Everybody stretch and hydrate, please. Alright.
Dylan did it too.
Good job, Dylan. See, he is my co-DM. He not even over here helping me, he totally still stretches.
That's because you just yelled at his mommy.
Alright. Anybody have any other things for the crit fail table? No? Okay. Alright. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's go with, okay, so, you slipped, you dropped the weapon, stubbed your toe, there's light in your eyes, you're distracted, streaker, hiccups, need to sneeze, Dr. Dylan, do better, Dino roar, tripped over vine, bugs, armor, what else, let's see, what else, I need like one more and then I'll move on to do something else, what is another thing? You know what, actually, let's go look. Let's use the resources that we have. Actually, so we have, let's see, we have a random encounters table, so let's go with the random encounters table. Beach encounter, undead encounter, lesser than undead encounter, mountains, rivers, ruins, swamps, wastelands. Hmm. Let's see here. Um, Let's do, oh, that's a good one. Let's see. You fail to notice the Ankylosaurus gorging on plants nearby. Until you bump into them. Okay, because that would be, that could be good, it could be bad. Alright. Actually, let's go back and look more. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Slimy. You step on a slimy trail. That seems to be cutting across your path. DC 12 dex save or immediately fall prone. If falling prone, you know that this is the trail of a flail snail. Okay, so into parentheses. Okay, so that works. Let's see here. Okay. So I think this is a good start for a crits table. I really like that. Okay, so we're gonna save that. Oh crap, I didn't realize what time it was. Alright. Let's see. Gotta get back to what I was doing over here. Okay. So, Nangalore, we've got, they're able to see most of the map at this point. Because even if they didn't, it would be just, there's only a few things that are, dynamically lit, so I'm good with that. Okay. Alright. Alright. Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay. So, one of the things I need to do is I need to make sure that, alright, this is only them. Actually, I don't need to worry about it because I can always control it. That way, dynamic lighting on the ones that I will do dynamic lighting on, will be visible to our viewers because that is the DMS Adventures Tavern. Tor, I'm also putting you onto Anna's character sheet if you need to go in and look at it. Okay? Alright. Let's see here. Then we've got Belzal and this. So, like I was saying before, if you have different artwork for the token versus the avatar, you can do different artwork there. So that is a thing that you can do. Such as, you can see Belzal did that, and so did Rika. Rika has this as their avatar art, but then we have their token with the circle around it so that it matches all the others. Alright, so Lob. See, sometimes, Roll20 tends to lose whenever you do the personality traits, ideals, and bonds. So, Coop did them on this page, which will allow him to know what they are without having to worry about them getting lost. Alright. And as a DM or a player, if you go to the edit, that is where you can put that information. So, J-Boss! Nice. Alright. How many platinum do you have over there, Tor? I know Tor's been kind of saving up to redeem stuff.
6,200.
Do you need another healing potion to somebody? Or inspiration to somebody?
You know what, I'll get back to you.
Okay. Alright. And this is
I had 7,000, but I just did all that.
yeah.
I was trying to scare you with the Jables.
Headphones are right here.
I thought you would still be able to hear it.
I did. I still heard it. It's just not in my ears.
Try to wait until you're super into...
Into something? Alright. Okay. One of the things that I did was bring in all of the tokens for Wild Shape. And one of the things you could do, if you so choose, if they have dark vision or whatever, is you can go ahead and make their tokens have that dark vision option on their tokens. Otherwise, they're not going to have that. Let's go. Let's do, why am I set to that? Let's do a new page and go through all of those tokens, because it may or may not come up. for him to turn into some of the things. Okay, so we've got giant elk. We want them to, at the very least, be able to see if there's light. This one does not have dark vision, so we don't have to worry about that. But you do have to, if you make any changes, and I'm going to actually change it. Oops, that's GM notes. We're going to put lob. That way, if lob changes into things, we know that this is his giant elk. Alright, so we're going to save that. It's LeBelk. Yeah. That's actually kind of cool. We could do that. LeBelk. And then we want to be able to see the nameplate, and for the players to see the nameplate. And then this is the hit points, and that's the armor class. So we want to be able to have it easy so that our player can go ahead and have the hit points and the armor class already up there ready to go. Alright, and then the thing that you do have to remember is if you change your anything on the token, you have to resave it or it will not save the changes. So delete the one that's already in there and make sure you have it selected and save it again. And now whenever you drag that one out, it will bring it with the changes that you've made. So we've got the elk, we've got a giant vulture, and see, because these are saved the way that they are, it already has the size with the token. So, let's lob, vulture. Alright, and then we gotta bring up their character sheet. This is one of those things that takes a while, but it also allows you to not have to worry about, it in the time. Yeah, it's worth it to go through, especially for campaigns. If it's for just like a one shot or whatever, maybe not worth it, but for a campaign, it is definitely worth it. Because this way, you don't have to worry in the middle of combat or whatever. You don't have to worry about having to go in and make these changes and it totally ruining the flow of combat to do this. So, alright, so lob the cave bear. Alright. Okay, and this one has dark vision, so he has 60 feet. Alright. I forgot to do that on the vulture. Alright, so we're going to save that. We are going to go back to the bear. Since we changed stuff. And actually, you know what? Let's go back and change that as well. So that we know that these are... Okay, let's go back this one. This one does not have dark vision, but he needs to at least be able to see with dark vision, or see any lights that are available. So we will do that. We will again change the default token and change the name. Make sure that it is. That way, if you bring out, so if you have it named separately and changed and stuff, if you bring it out again from a character sheet, it should be different than if you just had it on, or saved as, because you're bringing it out again, but you have it saved as something else. The compendium should be able to know that that is a different thing, and so it should be different. That is extremely helpful in situations where perhaps the players can turn into things that are also in your monster list or your NPC list. So it's kind of worth it to go through, and if you're setting it for a druid, to be able to have it all set up and ready to go. So specifically happened on my table for tonight. Our druid likes to bring out or summon animals, and then turn into one of them herself. So it's just easier for me to be able to have her animals be separately situated. Okay. So then giant toad. Yeah, so this does take a little bit of time, but as you go, it does get easier. It's just taking time. So that is one of those things with DM prep. It does take time, but in the long run, for me, it's going to be worth it. Because then I don't have to worry about, in the middle of combat, he can just bring out those creatures himself. Yes. One of the things that I did spend quite a bit of time on was spell templates. And actually, those are right here. I did the same thing. I went through and did the spell templates to make sure that they came out the same size as they needed to be. So, yeah, that was another thing that I spent a long time on. Yeah, because when you buy them from the Roll20 store, it just ends up being, they're there. You can buy, things like spell templates from the store, which is what I did. However, the first time or any time that you bring it out from this, it's gonna just bring it out as a 5-foot square, and then you have to adjust it. This one that I use, which is the templates and assets for every 5e spell, does thankfully tell you how long and how wide how many squares that it should be in order to make it be the full thing. So thankfully it does that, but some of them don't. Some of the other assets don't. So it's worth it to go through. And I mean, it's one thing if you're bringing out Bigby's hand, so you know that one is 2 by 2, so that one's not too bad. But if you have, say, Call Lightning, and you want to bring that out, that's a 26 by 26 square. That means you have to bring it out, and then that means you have to resize it, and you have to count the squares, or whatever. Or in this case, my map's only 25 by 25, so it would be the full thing. So it's just easier to already have them saved. Such as, so you saw I just brought up Bigby's hand from the thing, and it was only 5. This one should be automatically a 2 by 2 square. So it just makes it easier. One of the things that I have done, though, is with, let's see, where's that? Spiritual Weapon. Spiritual Weapon will so your very first attack with a spiritual weapon, you roll it off your character sheet because it takes a spell slot. But then every attack after that, you don't necessarily want to use your character sheet for it. You want to use this character sheet, because then you have, if you use your character sheet, it's always going to take a spell slot. The way I have it here is that it is not going to take a spell slot from yours. It's going to take it from this special character sheet for the spiritual weapon. Alright. And then all you have to do is, if this, say, this spiritual weapon happens to be an axe. So what I did was I made a character sheet. I went over here to my compendium. I dragged on spiritual weapon spell. And I have it here. Then all you have to do is go in to that spiritual weapon and say it's for your cleric who has a 15 in wisdom. This should, actually, yeah. Then you go to their spell page, and spellcasting for this is wisdom. It will have that all on there for you, and now whenever you roll it, it will put in the wisdom modifier and everything for you. So it will count all of that information for you. And this way your spiritual weapon can keep attacking without using your spell slots and you having to go back and add them back or whatever. So, yeah. And one of the things that you can do with that is, like I showed Rogue before, is you can do an attack. Oh, there's a natural one. You can either have it set to advantage, toggle, and then you can go advantage or disadvantage, whatever. But you can go spiritual weapon, click up on that, and copy it. Now go to your attributes and abilities, add an ability, edit that, put that information in there, and put spiritual weapon. That wasn't right. S-P-I-R. That's not what I wanted. Okay, B-I-R-I-T-U-A-L. Alright. And then you can put it as a token action. So that when you do that, now when you click on your spiritual weapon token, it will already do that. And then just cast it, at whatever spell level you had cast it at. You don't even actually have to bring up the character sheet anymore, because it is already figured out, and it doesn't show up on any other tokens except your spiritual weapon. So that is a little bit pretty awesome. So then, yeah, you can go through and whatever the, just remember that if you do that, you just have to remember to put in whoever is casting it, whatever their wisdom is, or whatever, if there's other things such as that, you can, do that as well. I believe Moonbeam is actually another one that does that, that continues to attack. Hey, Bladed Nasty, welcome back. Hanging out for a little bit of DM prep here. Yeah, we're making sure going through, well, now I'm going through, you missed quite a bit. We've been on for almost 3 hours now, and actually when we hit the 3-hour mark, I'm going to have to sign off because I do have a Tyranny of Dragons game I'm running tonight. But I'm just going through, prepping some stuff for my game tomorrow, which is the Tomb of Annihilation game. which is at 6 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow evening. Right now, I'm working on the spell templates that I have for my players here. And these are things that will that they can use the templates for. One of the, let's see here. Let's go Moonbeam. So one of the possible spells that they may use is Moonbeam. By using the spell template, it will allow them to not lose spell slots every time on the turns that the damage continues to make. So for this one, for Moonbeam, on each of the turns after you cast a spell, you can move it or whatever. This is going to be druids only, but we do we have a druid? Yes, we do. Sure, what would you like to ask? You can totally ask me for help. That is why we have a Q&A section. Alright. I'm just going to keep going with this while you ask away. This whole stream is a Q&A session.
How you like it?
It is how I like it. That is...
Your daughter is loud.
Alright. Okay. So, yeah. Go ahead and, ask away. Alright. Let's see. Moonbeam. Alright. So, then... Yeah, so as you see, this one, keeps track of the spell slots, but I don't need to worry about that because this is the thing for the actual token. And we're setting attributes and abilities for it, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay. So that is something that I actually just recently was able to figure out. Okay, that's totally fine. What I do, are you using Roll20 or are you using Fantasy Grounds? One of the suggestions that I had made for somebody else who is streaming is go ahead and make yourself a another account. I mean, just a free account, not a necessarily paid account. Just a free account. And what you do is you open up the other account. Okay, so are you planning to use Roll20 for your stream, or are you wanting to just stream it from like using just your camera or whatever? Because Roll20 works really well if you're going to have maps or anything like that, because you can use tokens and you can use all of those kind of things. All right, so this one has that up there. Okay, good. Because if you use Roll20, you have your GM account, which allows you to see all of the things, such as, okay, so first and foremost, you have your GM account. Your personal, GM account will allow you to have access to like the GM layer and stuff like that. Make yourself a additional account, just a cheap one, that free account, and open it on a different browser window. So open that in, say, if you're using Chrome for your GM game, open it in either Firefox or any other browser window that you want on your computer, and then using either OBS or Streamlabs OBS or Streamlabs or whatever streaming platform that you wish to use, and make it so that the stream itself, the streaming software itself, it picks up the free account game, the other window, because that way you as a GM can make changes or whatever on your version, but the players as well as the audience will only see whatever is on your other one. So on Roll20, it's a little players ribbon. That is whatever the players are seeing. So currently, if anyone of my players would sign into the game right now, all they would see is this page, because this page is what I have the ribbon on. By having another account that is set, it's going to pretend to be a player. That's what it is. You can go ahead and you can set up everything so that account, the only thing that you have to do throughout your game on that other account is make sure that the window is viewable. You may, depending on how it works, you may have to zoom in or out, but that allows your viewers and your, players will only see that one page. What that will do is it will allow you, if there is whisper rolls or whatever to the GM, they will not be visible to your audience. Also, if you change pages or whatever, like, with this little map window thing, that will not be viewable by your audience. So that is my biggest thing, is just make sure that it is open on a different browser. You could, Roll20 does have the option to rejoin as a player. However, you can do that. However, if at any time you have to reload the page, like if sometimes Roll20 will, hit a hiccup or something, and you have to reload the page, if that is the case on your GM thing and you had restarted it as a player, it will open you as a player. So you don't necessarily want to do that. By having it in a different window with a totally different account, you don't have to worry about that, because it will just allow you to make the changes or whatever. It'll be viewable within the, that account. There won't be any visible changes or whatever. The other thing is, if you have it in a different account and say the bad guys or whatever on your map have hit points visible, which you as a GM, I like having the hit points visible for myself, but I don't necessarily want the players or the audience to be able to see how many hit points or what the AC is for whatever, thing they're fighting. If you have the stuff set for only you to see, they won't see this part, because all they will see is the token itself. Maybe the name if you have it set for the name to be seen, but you want to think of the audience that is watching as just another player, in that you don't want them to see all of the things that happen behind the DM screen. I have these macros down here that, I want to do. Well, the audience doesn't necessarily need to see that. Just like if you have a character sheet up for, like, this person, they don't need to know that she, in her human form, looks like this, they don't need to know that she is actually a were-tiger. They don't know that. So we, they don't necessarily need to know all of these things. So right now, with this person, if she is in a fight with my players, she's not going to do the bite and claw option. She's always going to do the scimitar and longbow because that specifically does not have this information. However, if you don't have the other screen and you come up to be able to, run combat and you're doing this stuff, your audience will see that it says tiger or hybrid form, even if you're only using scimitar and longbow, because they will see the character sheet. Now, if you're using it as another player on another system or another browser, they won't see all of the main big old tabs that you have open. Also, if you use this little double window thing here, it will pop it out to be a separate screen, which is awesome. And also, if you double click on it, it will kind of become hidden. It'll do that. Okay. I will be. I think this has kind of brought it up, and I will be doing this as a DM prep thing. I will be doing a Q&A thing that will do all of the. Yeah, I saw. I will go through and kind of do a tips and tricks for Roll20. So please, I believe you followed last time, but if you did not, make sure and do that so that you are aware when I do decide to do a tips and tricks thing. But I will be doing that as one of my DM prep or one of my streams. So keep that in mind. And please join us on Saturday as we do our next session. Dun dun dun. Yes, exactly. So at this point, unfortunately, I do have to kind of cut the stream off. I need to do all of the things to prepare for my game tonight, which is Tyranny of Dragons. Gotta figure out dinner and whatnot, and use the bathroom, make sure I have some more liquids and stuff going on here. All right, but what we're going to do is we are going to go over and we are going to raid an amazingly awesome human being. L2 is celebrating his 300 followers by having an amazingly awesome day of streaming. He had this morning he did some prep and stuff, or he did some art stream this morning. He's done some Lego streams earlier, and it seems that he is now on his Create World stream. So that is pretty awesome. I am running module. I'm running Adventure League legal stuff. So yeah, it is all Adventure League legal. So I'm running the campaign as written. But all right, well, join me as we head over and raid L2S. He, like I said, is an amazingly awesome person. He is celebrating his 300 follower stream. So join me as we jump over and raid him. Thank you very, very much for hanging out. And I hope to see you on the stream tomorrow for Tomb of Annihilation. That is 6 p.m. Pacific time. So thank you guys, and have a wonderful rest of your day. All right. We're jump over here.